when guys like, oh, condoms are not, comfortable. I'm just like, it's not comfortable either way, to be honest. But then, why we should fuck up our bodies? We already go through enough, So yeah, that is. But it's again, it's a long standard, which is well, like, remember back in the time, well, like, remember, like, we were there, but like back in the day, women were staying at home during period because they obviously couldn't leave. And then when they were pregnant, after a certain amount of time, when you show the belly, you cannot go outside because it was like, oh, she's pregnant. Oh my God. People cannot look at you. What was that about? Like, like she's some monster or something. That was so weird. I think it was like in some movie or something. I was like, eh?
Wow. That's crazy.
How's that? Like, that is
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
David, do you have any double standards that are ridiculous in your opinion? Well, besides all of them being ridiculous.
Breastfeeding in public, that's one thing. Like in the States, I mean, there's certain beaches that are like for like topless and stuff like that. But
Well,
like in
everywhere, yeah.
Europe, everybody like yeah, and I felt like the first time I went to tour in Europe, and I'll go to the beach and all that, and people will be just like relaxed. I'll be like, that's lovely, because then it should be like that. Like if people just want to do that, then people should just do it. And I feel it took a matter of, and sometimes this is really kind of sad when they will hear speak English, like then they will cover up, like pretty much they'll be like, oh, these guys are not mature enough. Like it was so weird, But I felt like in Europe that was super good, that everybody would just um up about it, like nobody cared, and everybody was a little more free about it. And here in the States is a little more like, oh my gosh, a nipple,
Boob,
like
penis.
it's like, it's like, what's the difference, really? But that for me is funny, like that we like, oh, that's a guy nipple, oh, that's a girl nipple, block it, It's like,
I find
oh,
it it's even more funny than in States, the strip club culture and webcam culture is enormous. It's not big, it's not huge, it's enormous. Yet, yeah, it's just like, I want to go to the strip club. I mentioned it before, but I don't want my daughter, my girlfriend, my wife, my mother be a stripper. So why do you even go there then? Like, then, eliminate it. But yeah, that's crazy. And so the funniest thing is that I get the beach, because obviously if you're on the beach, there's water near it, like ocean, sea, lake, doesn't matter. I don't know if you guys ever, you or the listeners ever did swim in the water without bathing suits or shorts. It is fucking amazing. The boobies are free, they're floating like freely in the water, and it's so beautiful and it's so relaxing. And it's natural as well, so as breastfeeding. But then, when we see like outside, like a little bit booby, you're just like, or like, oh, boobs, and you were like creeping on it. We all
Yeah.
have it. I mean, bigger, smaller, nicer, like not nicer, whatever. But you act like you've seen it the first time. Yeah, you go home and you wank to, like, I don't know, tons of porn, and you pay for tons of porn. Why is that?
Yeah.
I mean, that is ridiculous. Do you guys think like those double standards, like which particular influence us to believe like that is normal? You know what I'm saying? So like that
Yeah.
already like so stuck in our head that it's, kind of a part of routine of life. What are, like, I don't know, like a couple of those, 1, 2, 3, whatever. Like
Yeah.
besides being a man and a woman, like double standard, I don't know, like especially now with like COVID and everything, like besides being man and woman in a society, do have those like double standards that like influence us, like on a daily basis, whatever. Like drinking in the morning is bad. That's a, I don't
Oh,
like that one.
eh, you know,
Like what? It makes you an alcoholic.
I mean, there's church at 8 a.m. and they drink wine.
Exactly.
I mean,
And Jesus would turn into the water into wine.
are
That's my
we
guy.
talking
He's
about
my
him?
hero, personal hero.
Yeah, he would be like, "Hey, we gotta do a beer run." He'll be like, Like, bro,
just just chill.
we got the munchies. He'll be like,
Just guys, I'm good. Just chill. And he's like, yeah. Oh
fish
no.
and bread.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think you face double standards in like your being a musician and like kind of like the pressure of being a musician in the sense that like you're required to like party or behave or like interact with people in a certain way. And I think you can talk about this yourself, but as someone that's like changed their lifestyle a lot, I feel like there's still always a pressure to like be the party boy or the fuck boy or like
Yeah. Yeah, I get it because like I have like sex experts, so it's just like, oh, you just like to take dick. It doesn't mean that. Like there's a two different things. The same like I decided to take the step into sexology precisely, right? And then it doesn't mean anything. That's a study. That's a part of like me. But it like I do love dick, but it doesn't mean you're gonna text me on IG and I'm just gonna hop on it. Like no. And I think that's like what it fucks up the entire mind, especially women like posting like like cute pictures. It's self-love. It's like, yeah, I like to show off and it's fine. So yeah, I think that is also like an issue. But like do elaborate on like party boy thing, because like you're not like a rapper, you're not on like like super rock band, you're on a saxophone, so it's like a different type of music.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like it honestly, it's just because of like my personality. I don't know, like who I collab with, like who I work with. Usually, like I always end up like meeting a lot of people and making a lot of good connections, and I always ended up in the good spots. Like I don't know. I feel like everything's given to you so easy to like go down and in the party animal
Hmm.
mode.
But we've partied together. It wasn't a party. We went to see flamenco show with like a band, and I was
Also,
there, and yeah, it was just like chilling. At some place. It wasn't like a party, rave party, but it was just like a pleasant time where you just like enjoy like culture. We were in Spain, and yeah, so it doesn't make you particularly a party boy, like which is fucked up. But I also think it's a pressure of being an artist in States, maybe no.
oh yeah, yeah. Like I don't know. Man, it's kind of like it's been such a long time since I party really because of
Well,
COVID.
we all
You know,
we all in there.
but it's like I don't know. I love people. I love being around people. So I think that's like my good and bad thing that I can never stop. And I'm always full of energy and I can run in little sleep.
Mm,
But
okay.
I don't know, man. It's kind of like I feel like everything just you're expected always to be like going and going and going and going and going and not like take a break and stop, which is like what I've liked from this COVID stuff because like I've been able to get a lot of things accomplished and like yeah, like I've loved it. Honestly, it's good to after all these years on like party, like not party, like touring and doing all these crazy things. It feels good to just like take a break and just like 1 year of like not doing that and like and then you
Mm,
could actually be like, do you want to get back out there and do it again? And I'm like, hell yeah, but like now I'm gonna, it's a different approach. Now I'm gonna be a little more grateful and stuff. But like I feel like if I don't want to do something, I don't want to hang out or I don't want to go out or party crazy, I'll just be like, I'm going, I'm leaving. Like, my mentality had changed. Being away from it, it's definitely helps a lot. You know.
yeah, for sure. It's like therapy, like you're not like using it every day, and you're not traveling, la la la. So yeah, that's for sure. I feel it because entire life I thought I was extrovert. I was like, I love people, I love going parties. I need to put myself wine as well. And bottoms up. Bex, come on. Okay. Bottoms up.
Oh yeah,
Finish
yeah.
it.
What's up?
Finish it. Like Mortal Kombat. um, yeah, I feel like entire life I thought I was extrovert. And then the first lockdown happened and I was in Madrid by myself. And for 4 months, I didn't leave house besides like going in the middle of the night, throw out trash because I didn't even have mask to put on. I was like, oh, actually, I'm introvert. I'm so comfortable in this stage. And I was like, hmm. But then I realized, okay, probably I'm extrovert but needed. and then introvert most of the time, because now we're in lockdown and I feel like I'm already in, like my body and my mind are growing in the stage of quarantine. I'm like studying, working, I'm doing so many things that I don't even have time, like barely, like to sleep and exercise. I mean, that's also
Yeah.
interesting discovery. And that's like part of like self-love that we had a few episodes back, that people like need to, like a lot of people during quarantine face themselves in this like close space. But what about you, Bags? Like what are like those double standards within, like being, besides being a woman, that a lot of pressure is on? Like what do you face, like you said, like work wise, right, influences your age, but like what other stuff is there?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you just touched upon a really good one that I hadn't thought about before, which is like the double standard of you're not working hard enough unless you're killing yourself, essentially.
Yeah.
Like I was definitely a worker before quarantine who was the first one at work, the last one to leave,
Yeah,
working
I feel
7 days
you.
a week, like really grinding because I thought that's what I needed to do. And like, my health came second to my
Yeah.
job. Um, and COVID has definitely taught me that I can do both and like take a lot of care of
Yeah.
myself. And that still means that I'm a competent worker. But I do think that like sometimes people feel like if you're not doing enough, you're not doing anything at all. And I think that that's a really harmful practice.
Yeah, I totally feel you, because that's who I am. I always think it's not enough. So I had like a 13-hour day, and then I'm just like, I barely did anything. I didn't accomplish everything I wanted. And it sucks. But then on the other hand, of those, let's say like 12 hours, I work like 8, but then other 4 or 5 hours I dedicate to studies, like something that brings me joy. Especially there's like, for me, this quarantine, like previous and this one, is good because there's no distractions of like friends going out, partying, staying up way too late on like work week, then have like broken day, whatever. So just like I accomplish like more because I'm like more focused into that point. But yeah, it is exhausting, but it depends like how you put it. Definitely. But yes, it made me realize that, at this point I really want to focus on myself, because I always make time for food, for relaxing time before bed, for sleep and exercise. That is a must. Like as I said in the beginning, like I try to do Sunday literally doing nothing, because like 6 days of the week I'm like out there hustling. And at some point it's a good thing, but then if you've been doing the entire life and you feel like you need a break during quarantine, that's your fucking chance, and you go into it.
Yeah, I liked it because like I don't, this is like off topic, but like for me, man, I feel like as a musician you never have time off, like because
Yeah.
time off is like you don't play. So and I tour with many bands, so like I usually have like on deck at least like 6 bands that call me, and then I'll fly in from one band one day, and then the next day I'm flying with another one, I'm playing with another one. On the flight to that band I'm learning the set of another band by memory, so it's like a lot of info, and I love it. But it's like it takes a toll on you for sure. So like, and also sometimes it's been hard also to like say no to things, but now I'm a little more about like, hey, I'm not gonna do
It's
that.
like an opportunity, right? And you just like, yeah, you want to like catch every opportunity that you have, and it's exhausting. Yes.
That's a good one too, because not like that's a double standard, I think, too, because not every opportunity is a worthwhile opportunity. And
Yeah.
like that's something that I feel like takes a lot of experience. And like I feel like we're starting to learn that for ourselves, that
For
like just
sure.
because someone's offering us an opportunity doesn't mean it's the right thing to take at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really actually good when you have a chance, and like a materialistic way of like waging thing, like, okay, do I really want to do it, or I can like say no to that? Because like when we're talking about those kind of things, we're mostly talking about money, right? Opportunity and money. So, or like your time, which is also money. You rather like do another gig as a musician, or like, I don't know, take another job, better job, or like another gig in theater, or some part-time things. I think that's very important also to know like your value as well of your
Totally.
time.
Yeah.
That's really good one. Yeah. We're like going like in between like double standards and like to more philosophical topics. I love it. Now it's going to be like, you know, interesting questions about relationship. This is why we're precisely with D, we're looking for a couple. And again, I'm very thankful for you guys to like, you know, on such short notice, like to answer us. And I love you as a couple because like, you know, I see your stories and I was like, every single time, that's so cute. I cannot. But yeah, relationship double standards. For you guys as a couple, were there any like double standards that you think can effectively ruin your relationship, or you face some of those that were like either close or you just like, hey, this ruined our relationship, let's not do this, and they're like,